Okay, we're doing New Jersey Devils franchise mode. Obviously, we have that cool custom roster that gives everyone X factors and adds all the real life prospects. And it's looking pretty good. Timu Meyer, obviously. Dawson Mercer is a big upgrade from this roster. The defense is really, really good. How much will Timu Meyer want? Okay, it's not the worst. I'm not gonna. He doesn't want an extension. It's not the worst though. Also pretty good for Severson, but I think I have a plan for him. And Graves, Here I want a big left D to play with Dougie Hamilton. So I'm gonna package up David Severson and Ryan Graves, and it does not work. What can we add to make this work? Obviously, Jonas Brodin has a gold X factor in this custom roster. He's really solid. So I tried lots of things, and the first will work. It's not this year's first. It's the first after. It's 2025 first, I think. So now with, I only gets a +1. That sucks. Meyer's price has jumped. I'm not giving this guy 16. You're not getting 5 mil either, buddy. Forget Luke Hughes and Simon Nemec. We can bring them up to NHL soon. The overview of this year's draft class. I think it's likely to be a bit weaker. Yeah, well, that makes sense with Connor Bedard and all the new prospects that were added. Makes lots of sense. Hamilton's a point-a-game defenseman. That's insane. Now, I don't really need these two players, and I do kind of want to go into a little bit of a rebuild to get, like, Michikov or Fantilli, maybe, so I'm fine with giving a third for them. Over point per game for Dougie Hamilton, so we're 23, 22, and 4. So yeah, we did go in a little bit of a rebuild. So I'm gonna send Saren Novich. I'm not paying him 5 mil for 2/3. We'll enter the trade deadline as a seller. That's not what I meant by seller. I love this guy, Anthony Ciu. He's such an underrated player, so I'm gonna try to get him, and I did. I know we're a seller, but whatever. And lastly, 2/3 for Eric Hollow is fine for me. Interesting proposal for Brodin, but I'm going to say no and exit this year's trade deadline.
I'm going to stand for 4 years at 8.5, and we kind of got screwed with the Anthony Ciu. I'm not paying an A2 that much. Anyways, I gave a lot of people a bunch of contracts, and let's simulate the rest of the season. Just barely missed it with 4th in the division and 90 points for the 16th team, and we missed the playoffs. I'm fine with that. I don't care. Do a big brain move. I'm not going to keep Timu Meyer, but I'm going to sign him to a deal. I'm going to trade him, though. Said yes, and we're the 16th best team, so we weren't going to get Connor Bedard. Los Angeles did, and Ottawa missed the playoffs, and they were better than us. They got screwed.
Okay, now I'm going to trade Timu Meyer. I'm going to try to get Michikov or Fantilli. Doesn't matter which one. So the 3rd overall pick. Timu Meyer has so much value. Wow, so we need to add a player. I just add like Thomas or Kyrou. Okay, so I don't think this will go through. 1 year. No. We need to add something. Just our first. Bang! Let's go. Well, Bedard will go first. Why does Los Angeles always get Bedard in my franchises mode? I don't know why. Who will we get? We get Michikov. I believe that is the one I wanted, so I'm happy. Not even Michikov. Zachary Benson has slipped quite a bit of spots, so I'm going to try to get him. There's some assets that I don't really want, like Patlet, Wood. These guys have no value. Hall, okay. Here's the trade, a third and a second, and all those extra players. It does go through. If Zachary Benson is not medium elite, I'm going to be so mad. He's unknown, so I have no idea. He is. Let's go. This guy I wanted, but I skipped on him. Bad choice. Elite high Goldie? No. Starter high. That's still pretty good, though. I will end the draft with 2 guaranteed medium elites. Gonna trade my extra picks for a third next year, and we're good to go.
Bird Thomas actually has an extension. It's really good, actually. It's just at 8x8. Anthony Hsu grew up to A5, so now I see why he wanted that much money. And it looks pretty fair, actually. Gonna give it to him, and I've signed a lot of random people. Tartar said no, he'll not be coming back to the team, but that's fine. Now we're gonna sim to free agency. There is some players, but they are quite expensive. The Brink gets a RFA, so I can't get him. But I signed a lot of AHL players in this free agency. And now for the real NHL players, I'm going to bring back Sarangovic for a 1-year deal. I'm going to get Tyler Joust for a 1-year deal. And get Barbashev for a 2-year deal. Those are the real NHL players that I'll be getting. And obviously a lot of AHL players were signed. And almost everyone said yes, except for like one AHL player. So yeah. I'm actually going to give Barbashev the reverse hits X Factor because we all saw him in the playoffs. He was playing some big reverse hits. There it is.
Pause. In reverse has nothing to do with reverse hits. It's actually back at you. I'll change that in the next episode, though.
Here's our offensive lines. Very good. And defense is probably even better. AHL team's pretty insane except for like one player. And our defense is really good. Lowest is a 74, which is pretty good. And Akira Schmidt grew a lot. In the NHL, there's a couple scratched players. And I'm actually going to try to extend Dawson Mercer real quick. He's asking for a really fair price. I might just do a 4x4 most likely. Holtz is not asking for a fair price. 10 million, jeez. But I decided to go with Dawson Mercer with a 4x4. And he did say yes. Also known for Dawes rejected. Kier Schmid said yes. And that's the episode.